Last game of today. I'm joined by Coach Helman Mkhelele. I'll start with the opening question and then I'll open the questions to the floor. Coach Helman produced your first win of your group stages. Fortunately, the other side was also fighting and they managed to beat the side that gets it, well, get over you. So just your overall assessment of how things went in this encounter and your overall take on how your charges conducted themselves throughout the group stage fixtures.
Yeah, thank you, and good afternoon or good evening. I think, it is disappointing that, we are not going to the next round, even though we won our last game. But these are some of the hard lessons that one is going through right now to make what we're supposed to do is to make sure that we win our game or we take our chances and score more goals, But it wasn't to be. And again, we started quite very well because, starting getting an early goal, then that gave us that surety that we are on our driving seat. So we took the foot off the pedal by allowing them, or by not coping with the speed, that they created. They're playing with speed and also coming inside, whereby we struggle a lot in the middle because we were too quick to jump and create spaces behind where they exploited, and we couldn't cope with that. And when we started, or when we corrected that, then everything became easier for us to deal with their combinations through the middle, and also playing those long balls behind, and more especially with those runs, in spaces. We're able to deal with it, but later in the game. But having said that, through our struggle to defend and also to go forward, we did also created, like some clear chances that we didn't take, or we didn't make use of them, and second half, I still believe that maybe I introduced, or I made the subs very late in the game, because I was more concerned with them penetrating us in the middle, just to stabilize it. But we did go forward and create chances. But later, after making those subs, then we started to go more forward, with aggression, entering the final third, as well as creating clear goal-scoring opportunities, But I think these are the lessons that we as a team, myself and the players as individuals, that, if you don't take chances in competitions like this, you get punished, by not progressing to the next round of the competition.
All right, thank you, Coach.
But otherwise, I'm proud of the effort, the character, the humility, of these boys. I'm really, 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 really proud of them, Yeah, but it's sad that we are unable to go to the next round, even though we won our game.
Thank you so much. And now I'll open the questions to the floor, just show by raise your hand. I'll start that side, please.
Coach, it seems to, and commiserations firstly on the not advancing, obviously you won your match today, but it seems to be a trend somewhat in the three group matches we played, where they start quite quickly, they put the opposition on the back foot, and then 5-10 minutes in, they seem to sit back. Why is that? Is it something that you can elaborate on a little bit?
I think, some of it is, remember, the conditioning of players. They are not well conditioned, They are not well conditioned to perform at a high intensity at this level, because, as I said, during or after the first game, that these guys, they came on Sunday, they met on Sunday and start training there on Sunday. And when you train on Sunday, definitely you're not gonna just try and increase the load. You try to make sure that you find out, first and foremost, their health status. Then you take it gradually. Then the second day, again, we try again, not to do the heavy stuff, just to take them gradually, But again, I would say they couldn't cope because of the fitness. I still believe that they struggled with it. But again, when you come up with with teams that are fitter than you, that had more time in camp, then you always try to be cautious to reserve that energy. Or sometimes you find that you have that energy, but you're trying to reserve it. So I think maybe that was one of the reasons why we started well. Then immediately our tempo goes down, or the intensity goes down with that report. So what I would say with the players that we have currently in terms of the performances, and the players that I'm referring to, the players that maybe they were in the 50, the pool of players. Okay, no, thanks, my brother. I would say, Masola, right now, as the technical staff, I'm quite happy with some of the boys that I have seen there, that I believe that they've raised their hands in terms of getting themselves closer, to the senior Bafana or the Bafana that plays qualifiers, So they raise their hands, So I'm quite happy because what this tournament has done for them, all of them, but I would say for those whom I see that they are getting closer to the to the team, it would give them. It will go a long way in terms of us knowing very well that now, if we have an injury, now it's easier for us to say, hey, we have someone that we have identified, and since we have identified, then we check now, saying that, oh, okay, the first question will be, does he have, how much caps does he have, intentional exposure? Then we say, oh, okay, at least he played COSAFA, and as we also, the past 3 games, all of them, yes, the goals were not there, but the intensity was high, the stress level was high, and also the technical application was also high, tactical application was also high, so that will help them to settle or to adapt quite easier when they are called in. So with the experience that they gain in this tournament, I'm quite pleased, so meaning our data has increased a bit, Yeah, to answer your question, Masola, yes, they have a real chance. They have a good real chance. And in actual fact, if we look at, Iten, I'm just making an example out of the whole group. And even Atenko Simkaba, yeah, who else who comes in my mind now? Yeah, those 2. I was with him. Yes, Iten I was with him with the under-20s in 2020 here in Gqeberha. Then in 2022, Iten, he was also in the COSAFA squad in 2022 when we played in Durban. So now in 2022, again, 2023, Iten was in the national team. So like for us as a technical team, we look at if the player can play, whether he plays in COSAFA, he plays in COSAFA, he develops, then he has those qualities that we are looking for that can help the team. We call them. I think the only challenge that they might experience is that if they do or will they do get an opportunity from their clubs, because sometimes you find that we call them, they play in the COSAFA, then we all make those promises that, yeah, we will select them, you know, and all that stuff, but only to find out that when they go back to their clubs, if they don't get game time, then it becomes difficult for us to bring them because they don't have that mileage, you know, even though they have that gain that international exposure.
They do well.
Thanks. There are many things that I've said to them, and few of them that I told them, you know, because, you know, when immediately after the whistle, they were just asking, you know, hey, coach, what is the results on the other game, you know, for me to deliver those set news. It was even, you know, difficult, but I had to telling them that, guys, Mozambique are true, we're not true, but the things also that I told them, I said, guys, I mean, you did well. Looking at where you're coming from, you know, we just assembled, you know, a few days, and with your attitude that you have demonstrated, the character, the humility, you understand, and these are the qualities that we are looking for, you know, these are the qualities that you are looking for, even on the field, you know, you gave it all, you know, so in Sina Bafana Bafana, this is what we need. And again, I told them the very same, what I'm just explaining now, that, guys, if you go out there, you look after yourself, you perform at your clubs, irrespective of which team are you playing for. As long as you remain humble, you remain, I mean, working hard, committed, and making sure that you give it all. Then for us, when we look at you, if we say that you have those qualities, we bring you. We bring you. So I believe that they will take it even in a good way, or as a motivation from the setback that they have experienced, you know, right now, you know, because you win, you didn't lose the game, but you're out of the competition. So I think those are some of the lessons that everyone learned from it.